Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening. We're just trying to make sure that we are live. Trying to make sure that we're live. All right, I don't see an indicator that on this end. Okay. All right. So trying to make sure that we're live. So good evening. Good evening. I'm going to kind of wait for people to come on in. So I'm going to give that a few minutes. And once I know that people are in, then we're going to get started. So if you are on already, you just kind of hold your course for a second. Glad you're joining us tonight. Looking forward to our conversation tonight. So let's just give it a few minutes. I'm looking at my social media just to see where we stand. So give a few minutes, but I'm glad you're joining tonight. We're going to have a good discussion, short discussion, not going to be long, but a good discussion as we're preparing for this upcoming Leadership 2.0 Masterclass. So, all right, very, very good. I'm just trying to look at it and see on my end on my phone. And so I'm going to give it a minute to see if it comes up. So, all right. So I hope you're well tonight. I'm excited about what we're getting ready. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Let me see where we are. I'm trying to just see where we are. Yeah, I don't see me on Facebook, so I need to give it a second. But all right, so I can't see who's joining yet. Let me know how many. Let me see if I can
Don
see.
Wilson.
Okay, good.
Joe Bailey, both from Facebook.
Good.
George Velez from YouTube.
Good. Yeah, I don't see where we are on.
14 on Facebook and 2 on
I can't
YouTube.
see us on Facebook. I don't know why. I can't see on Facebook. I can't see. Why can't I see on Facebook? Oh, well, I can't see. Huh. All right. Well, I'm just trying to, I want to be able to see y'all, and I can't really see y'all right now, so I don't know why I can't see y'all. So, all right. Yeah, I still can't see. All right. I don't know why. Yeah, why can't I see on, okay, but I don't know why I can't see it on, I can't see it on, on my end. Okay. All right, no worries, no worries, no worries. Okay, let me see if I can see it there.
I'm gonna step onto the scene, try to help
Yeah,
out.
step on the scene.
Step on the scene.
All right, so
Please excuse
this is
my
on.
face,
This is
everyone.
on. All right, that's all right. There you go.
Yep,
all
there
right,
you
but
go.
that's on. That's all right.
Yeah,
No worries.
excuse my
All right,
face.
there we go. All right, get off. All right, very good. Well, hello everybody. I see y'all jumping on, and so again, I was just trying to see where we were because I want to be able to see y'all. So good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How are y'all? I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Trying to say hi to different people. Dawn and Jill, what's up? Dr. Dyron, Pam, good evening. Deetra, good evening, everybody. I hope you had a great day. Hope that whatever you did today, however you had to work, whether you Zoomed, whether you had to go to work, whatever the case is, I hope that it went well. I'm excited tonight because we are going to have a live discussion about this upcoming Leadership 2.0 Masterclass. And I hope that you're excited about taking this class. Tonight's just really purposed to give you some insight and to maybe answer a few questions. And that's going to be it. I'm going to stay on for about 30 minutes, maybe 45, and then that's going to be it. But Candace, what's up? Yvette, what's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? So that's what tonight is about. And I'm telling you what, I hope you're excited. This masterclass is going to be really good. Going to be really, really good. The last 2 master classes I did was on eschatology, end time events. Really great, awesome, about futuristic stuff, and we tried to make it as simplistic as we could. This one now is a lot different than that one. This one is really about you and the leadership God has called you to. And so I'm going to give a few more minutes as people are jumping on Facebook and YouTube. Let me know where we stand on YouTube, okay? But Tony, what's up, man? What's up, son? So this is a little different, and a lot different, actually. And I'm hoping that you're going to take this class, and I'm hoping you're going to get others to take this class because of what it's going to do for you. I'm ready to make a statement. Where do we stand on YouTube?
There's 4.
Okay. I know there's some people that can't get on. There's some ladies in a meeting with Pastor Aisha because I was getting inboxes and Facebook talking about, man, I can't make it because I'm in a meeting with Pastor Aisha. So they'll be able to go back and see it. So here's the deal. Okay. This is the foundation of this class that we're going to do. The reason why we're doing it. When you study biblical history, every time there was crisis, every time there was uncertainty and all those things, God, listen carefully, God called forth lay people into leadership. He called lay people into leadership. I mean, you can look down through scriptural history. He comes to Gideon and pulls Gideon, a layperson, pulls him out and calls him to lead. He does it to Moses, calls Moses out, causes him to lead. People that weren't in leadership, they were just lay people. He does that. David does the same thing. You could go on, and I want you to get that any time there was crisis, uncertainty, God called lay people into leadership. And that affects you because it's not so much, exclusively leadership to lead a country or to lead a nation, but it's leadership to impact people all around us. And that's what you got to understand, that you and I have been called to be leaders. We're called to be leaders. And so this class is really about pulling out of you the leadership that's in you. And we're going to do it via studying the attitude of successful leaders. That's why I'm calling it Leadership 2.0, dealing with the attitude of successful leaders. Because when you study leaders, if you don't know, leadership is my passion. That's my passion. I love leadership. I'm a student of leadership. We started a school of leadership. And, I read a lot of books on leadership, on and on. Leadership is my passion. And when you study the lives of successful leaders, you identify that there are attitudes of very successful leaders. Not they have an attitude, there's attitudes, there's attributes that they display that we're going to study. I'm going to talk about a few of them tonight briefly. That when you study them and you see these attitudes that are consistently throughout great leaders, you begin to understand secrets and keys to great leadership. Now, one of the things I want everybody to understand that are watching live, that'll see this later on, because we do have a school of leadership, there's a variety of people that are saying, well, is this one of the classes? Is this Masterclass one of the classes you taught in the school of leadership? It's not. There's things that I'm going to cover. It's not a class. I'm not taking one of the classes from the school of leadership and saying, okay, there's a Masterclass. It's not that at all. This is material that I might have taught some of it in principle, just in everything, but there's things that I'm going to share with you a little bit tonight that I've never really focused on, that we're going to do some focused studying on, that is going to be so worth your while in taking this one night class. Now, again, this class is going to be on Monday, August 24th at 7 o'clock for 2 hours. Might be 2 hours 15, maybe, but I'm really, really excited about this class because of what it's going to do for you. I don't care whether you are a housewife, a house husband. I don't care, stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad. It doesn't matter whether you're a CEO, doctor, lawyer. It doesn't matter, because leadership is all the same when God is calling you out of the shadows into the light of leading, influencing those around you. And so it doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. This is really for you. And I'm telling you, if I've never been more sure of anything in my life, with where we find ourselves, God is calling lay people. He's calling lay folks out of the shadows into the light, to be the light of the kingdom. And wherever, whether it's on your job, whether it is in your home, wherever it is, he's calling you for it. Is your time. This is your time. Now, here's the deal. Good evening. I'm saying good evening, everybody. If I miss you, good evening, everybody. Lisa, I'm happy to hear about Clay. I'm happy to hear. Very good. Now, here's the thing, okay? I pride myself in being a student of leadership, and God has elevated me to be a leader amongst leaders. There's a whole bunch of people that we've implemented leadership with from our church. Our church is a very thriving, successful church. If most of you are part of our church, thriving, successful church, man. We have over 1,000 people that worship. Now, that was before COVID. Now we can only let 100 people in the building, so we're rotating and all those things, and just streaming it and all that. So a lot of leaders in our church. We lead over 100 leaders in our church. I have over 50 pastors connected to me that we mentor and we raise up, and we pastor many of them and mentor them and do leadership training for them and for their team. I have doctors coming to me, and it's amazing. Doctors and lawyers and different people, CEOs that come and sit at my feet, and they want to talk to me. They want to talk to me and ask me questions. And that's happened down through the years. People just want to come. Very successful individuals that want to come and go, I want to get your wisdom on this. A lot of them come and say this, and as I thought about it in preparing for this class, I smiled or reinforced it. There's times people want to come. Successful CEOs and others want to talk to me on the phone. Talk to me or come and meet with me, and they go, I just wanted to sit in your presence because of your attitude. I want to sit in your presence because you energize me, and they pick my brain and so forth. Because the key to leadership, no matter where you are, is attitude. It is these attitudes that successful leaders have, and that's what we're going to look at. So again, this is not a class from School of Leadership. We got 9 or 10. Lisa Murray, I know you're watching. How many classes do we have in School of Leadership? We got 9 or 10 of those classes. This is not one of them baked over. This is not even one of them the same thing being offered. It's not. This is different. Now, is some of the principles, that's going to be in every class, okay? Some of the principles of leadership, but there's specific things I've never really focused and studied on that we're going to do. And I'm going to give you an example in a few minutes. So if you're one of our leadership school graduates and you're like, well, I don't know if I really need to take that because I've taken school of leadership, you're going to regret taking this. I promise you, you're going to regret taking this because this is different. We're going to kind of go in depth on some things that we haven't, that, maybe we've touched, not really, some of it, you know what I mean. You'll know what I mean in a few minutes when I bring out some of these things. So, you really want to take this class, okay? Give me a few hours to impart into you, and it's going to change your life. It will elevate your leadership no matter what level you're on. It will elevate. When I share leadership principles with successful doctors and CEOs, presidents of companies, when I get brought in to really do public speaking, and share, I'm the life coach to come in and share at these companies, and they bring me in to do commencement ceremonies for programs and colleges and different things. When that happens, man, I'm giving leadership principles out the Bible without opening the Bible, and it's amazing. Very educated people that will go, wow, that's awesome. And they don't even realize I'm just giving them principles out of the Bible, because the Bible is chock full of leadership stuff. Chock full, because I may know God and Jesus, the ultimate master leaders. And so that's important for you to know, that you give me a couple hours, I'm going to take some leadership principles and transform your life. And that night is going to be a life-changing thing for you, because what God told me before we came on tonight, he said, let people know they're going to hear my voice that night. I am going to, through revelation, talk to them. I promise you, you need to have stuff to type. Again, we're going to throw a lot of stuff up on the screen, put a lot of stuff up on the screen, and I'm going to send my notes to people. You're going to get that. But you need, hear me, you need to not then say, well, all right, I don't need to type anything. No. Hear me. That night, again and again, God's going to talk to you. You're going to start getting some plans that night. You're going to get some insight, some creativities going to hit your mind that night. And you're going to start over the course of a few hours at night laying out some things as the Holy Spirit talks to you. I promise you that's going to happen. I heard that clearly before we went live tonight. So I'm hoping that you'll take the class, because it's going to be very insightful, very inspiring, very edifying, and challenging to you, because this is the season. I'm telling you, this is the season where God is calling lay people into leadership positions. It's like it's a shift. That's what I keep seeing in here. It's a shift where he is calling people from the background, people from behind the scenes. And there's a lot of people that have titles, but they're really not in their leadership position. He's calling people forward, man, and you need to get prepared and get equipped. All right, Lisa, you said 9. So we have 9. Thank you. She's answered my question. 9 classes in the leadership school. This is not any one of the 9. This is not any one of the 9. If you want that, take the leadership school. But you give me 2 hours, maybe 2.5 at best. You give that to me. I'm telling you, this is going to change your life. Now, somebody said, when I posted, because ever since I posted, we have just almost 50 people that have already signed up for the class, which is great. That's great, man. That's great. Some people will be satisfied with that. No, I want to get as many people as I can because I know what God is telling me. My assignment right now is to train leaders, train them, pour into them. And so, somebody was like, somebody kind of criticized. They were like, if it's kingdom stuff, it should just be free. It should just be free. Well, here's the foundation for that. People don't take stuff serious that they don't invest in themselves. They don't invest in themselves. And so people turn around and they go to seminary. People pay to go to seminary, and that's kingdom training, and that's not free. It's a matter of investing in yourself. What people don't invest in, they don't take serious. Now, we're not charging a lot of money. It's $25. So it's not like we're charging a whole lot of money for it. And I'm not negating $25. Depending on where you are, that could be a whole lot of money. But you know what I'm saying. And so it's not about trying to get money from people. It's about getting people to invest in themselves so that you take it serious. You're all the way in. Things that you register for that don't cost you nothing, just something tweak could happen and you're not going to be a part of it. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to be invested. So, that's why there's a cost of $25 to make people invest in themselves. We could charge more. Leadership stuff like that, man. Companies bring me in and pay me thousands of dollars for 45 minutes. To turn around and be the speaker, to do that. But it's not about that, okay? It's not about that at all. It's about getting people information, but folks that are hungry, that are investing in themselves. So just, FYI. Now, so I'm excited. We got people registering. Ever since we posted, man, people are registering, which is great. And I hope you register too. But let's kind of talk about some stuff, okay, that we're going to cover. And I'm going to just give you a little bit of insight. Whet your appetite. Just whet your appetite a little bit. Not going to go in depth. Just going to kind of scratch the surface. Okay, you're like, let's just do it tonight. Nope. We're going to just scratch the surface. Okay. But so, one of the things that people don't do is connect passion and purpose. Passion and purpose. Yeah, I'm watching social media. I need y'all to tell people, invest in yourself. Thank you, Lisa. Need to tell people, invest in yourself. So many people, not everybody. So many people want stuff for free. And I get it. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to invest in yourself. Okay. You got to invest in yourself. But let's go. Passion and purpose. We're going to study this because this is an attitude of successful leaders. There's this passion and purpose connection that people don't equate to. So many people, they're trying to identify their purpose, and they foundationally go about it the wrong way, and it takes them way out in left field. In other words, the way God designed you, He designs you to track your purpose down from a place of what you're passionate about. Your passion is a map, a road map, if you will. It's a pointer in the direction of your purpose, because what you are purposed to do, you are passionate about. And so we're going to look at that and kind of study. We're going to study them individually and then tie them together that night. Passion and purpose, but they really are connected at the hip. And so, when I look at people and they're talking about what they're called to, many times they're not passionate about it. They're not passionate. And so if you're not passionate, you're not purposed to do that thing, because that which you're purposed to do, feel like we're in class already, you're passionate about. Let me give you an example, applicable example with pastoring. A lot of people are passionate about preaching, but they're not passionate about pastoring. They love preaching, but they really don't love pastoring. They're not passionate about that. They don't really care for people that way. And that's not a negative on people. When you're a pastor, you care. When you're a pastor, you look at people like you look at your own kids. Even when you're rebuking, when you're a pastor, you do things out of love. But there's a lot of people, they are passionate about teaching. They can teach like all get out, but they're not passionate about pastoring. That person should not think that they're purposed to be a pastor. They're purposed to be a teacher. Great, a teacher, a preacher, but not necessarily a pastor. And so that's my point. You can really get on the wrong track. You can really get mixed up, when you are, you're looking at purpose without passion. You can't. Listen to this. You got to look at your purpose through the lens of passion. because that will allow you to process your purpose right. And so we're going to kind of look at that passion and purpose are connected at the hip. And so I hope that you'll be in class to get that. That's going to really help you, because you need to start looking at yourself and go, what am I passionate about? What am I passionate about? What's my passions? What's my passions? Because your passions really are on the same track now as your purpose. You show me a person who's really focusing on what they're passionate about. I'll show you a person that's well on the way to walking in their purpose. Now, not everything in your purpose, everything you're called to do, that doesn't mean you like everything entailed with it. You would like the overall purpose, but you might not like every little dot and tittle. Let me give you an example with me. So, counseling is part of pastoring, counseling people. I really want to say I can't stand pastoring. I'm a certified Christian counselor. I went to school for counseling, but I don't really like counseling. I like premarital because I love you, I love me. I love you, you love me. But postmarital is like, we do it, and I'm good at it, but I'm not passionate about it. But I'm passionate about people, and I'm passionate about pastoring, so I do it. Nobody would ever know I don't like it, because when I'm in it, before the session, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. But when I'm in it, I'm like, let's go. And you would think, man, I love doing it, because I'm excited about my purpose. And I'm passionate about my purpose. So the things that are part of that purpose that I might not really want to do, I'm okay doing, and I'm all in doing. Because again, passion and purpose are connected at the hip. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at them individually, but then we're going to look at them collectively. And it's really going to be an eye-opening thing to you. And it's going to set you down the course of really going, okay, what am I passionate about? What am I really passionate about? Because some people, they are so called in their purpose and they're not passionate about it at all. Then that means you are not walking in your purpose. Years ago, there was a guy that was pastoring, and we connected with him, ministering to him. He was a mentee of ours. He was pastoring, but he was not happy. He was not happy. He was doing it. He wasn't happy. And I just called him on the carpet, dude, what, you don't seem to enjoy what you're doing. And he began to share with me of how, his mom had put him in that church. She had, planted him. She had started the church, I think, something like that. And she made him the pastor, and he did it for her. But he really didn't enjoy it. And the church wasn't really growing. What you're not passionate about, what you're not really passionate about and throw yourself into is not going to grow. I don't care who you are. And so we turned around and helped walk him out of that. And what he was really passionate about was evangelism. He was a fivefold ministry gift of an evangelist. And as we transitioned him into that, he exploded. Travels now all over the world ministering to people and does it well, because we finally locked him in to his passion and his purpose. So that's going to be a really, really critical component that I can't wait to share in depth with you, the different components individually and collectively. It's going to really help you. Now, here's one that I have never really focused on. That's when I kept telling you a little while ago, I'm going to show you this in a minute. I'm going to show you this in a minute. This is going to be a great class, man. If you're not registered, you need to register now. Don't you think, well, I got some stuff. I'm giving you a teeny, barely scratch the surface, okay, to whet your appetite to take the class. Sit with me for 2 hours. Let me pour into you and impart into you. It's going to change your life. And I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm saying that very intentionally. It's going to change your life. But here's one that we're going to look at that I've never really focused on in depth, and that is being innovative. One of the attitudes of successful leaders is they are innovative. There is this innovation that they operate in, and everybody's innovative differently, but innovation is innovation. Innovation is being able to think out the box. Innovation is being willing and able to go away from this is how we've always done things and be able to think creatively about new ways of doing stuff. Now watch, in where we are now, not just in the body of Christ, in the world, watch, God needs innovative people. Innovative people. Now you may say, well, I'm not innovative. No, that's not true, because you're made in the image and likeness of God. Everybody can be innovative. Everybody, especially when your mind is locked in with the Holy Spirit, everybody can be innovative. And where we are, we need innovative people, because life as we know it is all different now. It's all different now. You know that. Come on. The way you did life is totally different. now than it was. And it's going to take innovation to maximize the new way of doing things. Church-wise, we will never go back to what we did. That's over. That's gone. That's done. I'm doing a leadership summit in September for pastors and their leadership team. And I'm going to deal with them on leading in crisis and the way you got to adjust and pivot. Our church we've been able to pivot, and we're doing things different. And we're positioning ourselves to do things totally different than we've ever done going into 2021 forward. So you got to be innovative, because it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world now. And there is a lot of resources to be made into your hands from your innovation. There's a whole lot of resources. There are people who are making money, so much money, because of innovation now. And many of these are not even born again folks. They don't even have the creativity of God on the inside of them. You do. I just saw something that said companies that are become very wealthy now. Clorox is Zoom, very major. Amazon. I mean, these companies, and Amazon was doing well, went to a whole nother level. Facebook, whole nother level, because these are companies that now are they're at the forefront of what we need in our life. I wonder, man, I'm so glad you came on tonight. I wonder what's in you that people need. What's in you that this new way of living, this new way of doing life, God has put something in you that if you will just take a little while and allow the innovation of God that's in you to come out of you and start thinking about different ways of doing things, from how you live your life, different ways of how you operate at the supermarket, different ways of how on your job, what needs, listen to me. This is worth your class right here. This point right here is worth the $25. What new needs do people have that they didn't have 5 months ago that they now have? That innovation will cause you to come up with something that meets a need that gives you an income stream for your children's children. This innovation piece is something I have not looked at in depth that we're going to study, man, during that night. That's going to help you. Watch. He that solves problems gets paid. He that solves problems gets paid. My son Christian is finding a whole new business opportunity because of us having to stream more now. All this stuff that we're doing now, what you see behind me is a green screen. What you can't see are lights and camera. You can't see that. You can't see the computer and things that he's using. But Christian just went today to go film somebody at another place to film a piece that we're going to put together. Christian is starting to have other churches that are saying, hey, can you come and help me with some things? It's opened up a business for him, an income stream for him. Watch, it's innovation. I'm telling you, hear me, man of God, woman of God, hear me. And I'm talking to lay people, man of God, woman of God. Forget lay person. I'm talking man of God, woman of God. So stop. I'm just a lay person, little old me. That's what Gideon said. Hear me. There is stuff in you. There is stuff in you that the world needs. God has kept you around for such a time as this, and there are things in you that people need, and there is innovation that will bring it out of you. You got to stop looking at things. Oh, I'm hearing the Holy Ghost. I'm not even preaching. You have to turn around. The mistake that people make is they want to turn around and they can't wait till we go back to how life was. That's not innovative thinking. Innovative thinking thinks out the box. Innovative thinking says, what are the new things that we have yet to do in this new season we find ourselves in? See, watch, procrastination never accomplishes great things. Procrastination just sits around dragging its feet. Never accomplishes great things. But successful leaders, man, there's innovation that when they find themselves in a new season, they begin to look at what are things that haven't been done that I can do. They're not really looking at what everybody else is doing. They're looking at what is not being done that I can do. So this innovative piece is really going to be awesome that we're going to dive into and going to show you some stuff, man, that's really going to help your creative juices to flow. Because I'm telling you, sure as I'm looking at you right now, there is some stuff in you that God deposited. Listen to me prophetically, that God deposited in you. Watch, when you were born, You came out with it, and it's been sitting there for such a time as this. Sitting there now for such a time as this. Businesses, ideas, creative manifestation, things that people need that will give you a global business. If you're in business, what's the new way of doing business now? So if you're in business, what are some things we can do that have never been done before to expand our business? Well, it doesn't have to be Amazon and Facebook and Instagram. It doesn't have to be these other companies, these huge conglomerate companies. Why can't it be you? Why does it not have to be you and it's somebody else? Why can't it be you? Why can't it be you? Why can't you rise up? And there's something that God does through you that changes the planet. Or you help somebody else. No problem. You help somebody else. But I need you to get that, because there's innovation. And this is a big one. We get caught up in looking at, all these other people that are doing things, not realize it's innovation. It's innovation. And you got the Spirit of God in you. You got the Spirit of God in you, ready to work with you. You just got to get rolling. I mean, this stuff that we're doing now, I never thought I'd be doing this stuff. I never thought I'd be doing this stuff. Yeah, I never thought our church would be in this position. We always have kind of been cutting edge. I get that. But I've never, ever thought that we'd be in this position on a global scale doing things differently. We have other nations reaching out to us asking, will we help plant churches and things? Other nations. And we got to turn around and we got to vet them and all that stuff. But I've had several different nations that are reaching out. Will you come train our leaders? Will you do this? Will you do that? Will you do that? Because they're seeing what we're doing. I'm telling every pastor, you've been given a global ministry now. Hear me, every business owner, you've been given a global business. Every business owner. If you haven't started a business and that's in your heart to do, you have a global community waiting for you. You got to just be innovative. You got to be innovative. Okay, so we're going to look at that. All right, now I'm watching the climb. I told you I'm getting about 30 to 45 minutes, so I'm just about done. Here's something else we're going to look at. Okay, so we talked about passion and purpose, individually and collectively. We're going to deal with them. Innovation. I can't wait to get that one. I'm excited about that one. But then watch this. Watch. Self-discipline. One of the attitudes of successful leaders is they are very self-disciplined. And this is a problem for a lot of people. There's a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have the self-discipline it takes to position themselves to maximize that season that they're in. See, self-discipline is being able to self-govern yourself to do what you don't feel like doing. To do what, or to not do what you feel like doing that you shouldn't do. Self-discipline causes me to be selective in where I go, what I say, who I'm around. And it takes a lot of self-discipline in order to position yourself to turn around and maximize that season. So example, the eschatology class that I had to do. Man, it took a lot of self-discipline to carve out the time and not be distracted to put all that stuff together. It took a lot of self-discipline because you want to sit on the sofa or you want to go do this or you want to go do that. But it's self-discipline. For this class, I have 50 pages of notes that I gotta trim down something. I only got a couple hours, but I've been working on it. It takes self-discipline. A lot of times people don't have that, but every successful leader, every one of them, there is this self-discipline that they exercise that causes them to maximize the season that they're in. Now, hear me. I said it a little earlier. Procrastination really is the downfall of self-discipline, because people procrastinate. Self-discipline will cause you to turn around and get it done. End of story. Get it done. And so hear me. If you're going to be the leader that God has called you to be in this season, you're going to have to get some self-discipline, because in the past, you talked about woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm going to start this. I'm going to begin doing this. I'm going to do that. And that comes and goes. And that thing is still in you. Well, it's time to get it out of you. And that's going to take self-discipline. self-discipline, and we're going to talk about that. There's a lot to that. We're going to talk about self-discipline. So those are three things that we're going to look at, man. I got a lot of them, though. I got to trim them down. Those are three things that we're going to dissect in depth, okay? In depth, to really give you inside information, man, of the attitudes of successful leaders. There is no reason why you cannot be the leader that God has called you to be. You got to look at yourself that way. You got to look at yourself as, I'm a leader. I'm not just a person. I'm a leader in the kingdom of God that has been set aside for this time that we find ourselves in. That there are people waiting to receive what's inside of you. So my heart is that you'll take this class. My heart, man, is that you will take this class, because I got so much to share in this class on August 24th. Monday, August 24th, 7 p.m. You need to sign up now, okay? Now, I'm not bringing up any registration link. You can go to, it's on Victory's page. So we're streaming from Victory's Facebook page. It's there. You can go there. I posted it earlier today. Click on the link, go ahead and lock yourself in, save, reserve your virtual seat, sit with me, give me a couple hours to pour into you. I promise you, it'll be one of the best investments you make in yourself. And if that $25 that you invest in yourself, you can't make that back, that's a problem. Because what'll happen if the innovation of God kicks in, and now, hear me, you have an idea, you have a business, you have something that you come forth, you do not think you don't make that money back many, many, many times over? There are income streams in you. Hear me, child of God, there are income streams in you. You're sitting there, not maybe you, but people talking about, I'm struggling, I'm this, I'm that. The innovation of God, hear me, a different season. A lot of businesses are shutting down because they can no longer provide services. They can't cover the overhead. They can't pay their staff. They're struggling. And here you are, you can do a business from your house. You can do drop shipping and make big money. You can do all types of businesses from your home. The playing field has been leveled. And you have stuff in you. And it's time for you to be the leader that you're called to be. If you're a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, you need self-discipline to manage your home. You need no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you need these things. You need passion and purpose. You need innovation. You need self-discipline. And I got several more to give you. Okay? So, please think about taking the class. Now, you don't want to take a class, do what you want to do. It's on you. No problem. I hope you will. I hope that you will set the time aside. Mark your calendar. Go register now. Invest now. Don't go, I'm going to think about it, because you're not going to do it. You know you're not going to do it. Do it now. Reserve your spot. Invest in yourself. And hear me. Bring your notebook. Now, I'm going to throw up a lot of stuff on the screen. If you've taken one of my master classes in the past, I'm going to throw up a lot of stuff on the screen. I want you to bring your notebook or your laptop or something to write with, because you're going to hear the Holy Spirit. I don't want you to bring your notebook to take my notes, because I'm going to put them up on the screen and I'm going to send them to you. Bring something to write with, because you are going to hear the Holy Spirit. No ifs, ands, or buts. You are going to hear, you're going to get intrusive thoughts and ideas, and I want you to be typing and writing and making notes and notations, because you're going to walk away that night. I promise you, 100%, with insight, with thoughts and ideas, and I'm going to motivate you that night. I'm going to motivate you to get up and do something so you maximize this season. Hear me. We only have a small window. Okay? In the next couple years, everything will be settled. In the next couple years, everything will be now the way it's going to be going forward. You want to be one of those people who has a foot in the door of things that are part of the way things are going to be. That's what you want to do. If you're a business owner, you want to do that. If you're a ministry leader, you want to do that. If you're a mom or dad with young kids, you want to prepare them. It doesn't matter where you are in life. This is not about you got to be a CEO or a ministry leader. You may be a family leader. You may be a mom who's the head of her home with, a single parent mom, or a dad or a mom and dad at home. I'm telling you, God has stuff for you to do at every level of your life. My job, a season that we're entering in, is raising up leaders. Raising and training leaders, and not just leaders of victory, whoever will come get it. Training them up to help raise them up and help people go out. Help people go out. That's what we are embryonically stepping into, and training and training and training. And I hope you're going to be a part of it for the journey, because I promise you, your life will change. All right, now, I'll say real quick, we got 5 minutes maybe. Any questions? You got any questions for me? Any questions at all? I'm not going to go in depth about the class, so don't ask me anything on that. Okay, but do you have any questions at all with the, just in general about the class? You can ask that real quick. And I hope you're going to take this class, man. Oh, so Christian, you monitor. I'm watching. Okay, I'm watching, you monitor on, you're looking at what, YouTube? Okay, so are there any questions? If you have a question for me, let me know, and then we're going to go off the air, and then I hope you register and get your spots reserved, man, because it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And y'all know I don't do half things. I don't turn around and put things in half. When I put stuff out, the eschatology class, you've taken any of the Bible Training Center classes, the School of Biblical Studies, the School of Leadership, my master classes, you know that they're worth every penny. They're worth every penny, okay? And we don't even charge a whole lot. We charge enough for you to invest in yourself. Okay, is this class only for people in leadership? No. Great question. No, this is for everybody. This is not, you don't have to be in leadership position. This is not about position. This is about leadership. Leadership's not a position. Leadership is influence. If you've taken our school of leadership, you know that. Leadership's influence. So whether you're a leader in your home, a leader in your community, leader in your job, leader in business, leader in ministry, this is for everybody. Okay, I find there's a variety of leaders, and I'm not talking about our leaders of victory, just leaders. Leaders get lazy, man. They just, I'm a leader now, that's it. No, you got to keep growing. You got to keep growing. I keep investing in myself. I don't know how many books I have on leadership. I got books and books and books on leadership and so forth, because I want to keep growing as a leader. So this is for anybody that's hungry. Anybody that's hungry, that wants to step into what God is calling them to be. The leader that God has called them to be. That is who this masterclass is for. So doesn't matter. You don't have to be a leader at all, meaning in a position, but you're called to be a leader. Okay, so, all right. Any other questions real quick from anybody? If you have a question, I'm going to answer it. If not, I'm getting ready to go off, because I didn't want to be on here any more than 45 minutes max, and it's 7:42. Okay, so class is going to be great. Go register now. Registration is open. Register for the class. I can't urge you enough. Don't wait, because you're going to blink, and we're going to be in the class, and it's going to be shut down. Okay, now, because it's open to everybody, I told you, we just opened it up, and I have almost 50 people that signed up already. Okay, once it's closed, it's closed. So don't delay, man. Register now. Get your seat reserved. That way you're invested, you're ready to go, and it's going to be great. And I can't wait to see you in Masterclass. It's going to be awesome. All right, well, since there's no questions, that's good. Okay, no questions, then I'm going to go off. I love y'all so much, man, and I'm excited about the 24th. I can't, leadership, my passion. I'm so fired up. I was finishing up class today. I'm so fired up about this class, because I know what it's going to do to you. I know what it's going to do on the inside. It's going to stir stuff up, and you are going to be excited, and you're going to start going forth to maximize becoming the leader God has called you to be, and it's all going to start August 24th, Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get the word out, okay? Get the word out. It's not just for our church. It's for everybody. Get the word out. Spread the word. Share this. Would you share this, please, on your social media pages and platforms? Share this. Tell people, hey, you need to take this. You need to get in this class. This is not a victory thing. This is a kingdom of God thing. This is for whoever, whenever, however. They just come. I'm cooking it up. Come get it, okay? So please get the word out. Share it, okay? Get the word out. And if somebody takes class because of you, tell them to let us know. When they register, they can respond and respond to the email and go, respond and go, I was referred by so-and-so. Because I might turn around. I might. For the person who has registered the most people, I might personally pay for your class. Cash App you, okay? So let's look at that. Depending on whoever has the most people registered. Okay, let's do it. Whoever has the most people registered, I'm gonna pay you $25. I'm gonna Cash App you. Okay, but they gotta be able to vouch. So anybody that you recommend that registers, they need to go. I was registered. I was referred by so and so, and we'll keep track of it. And if we have anybody that does that, okay, doesn't matter. You might be the only one that refers somebody and they register. If we have, somebody that does 2, 3, 5, whatever, I'm going to pay for I'm going to personally cash up you, okay? So let's do that. Deal? Let's do that. It's on. Challenge. Let's see who can get the most people registered, and we'll do that. All right, it's 7:44, counting down. Just wanted to be on for a little while. Hope you take class. Can't wait to see you in class. Love y'all, man. Have a good night. I'm going to wait for my sugar mama to get out of her meeting so I can go date her on the sofa. Love y'all. Be blessed.